Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Check out. 90. On. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 4. Check your hot read.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, alert 3. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Now Saquon Barkley. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Mike 48. Yeah. We don't want none. Rush in. 12.
A shotgun snap for Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Whip. Strong right. Watch the whip. 12. Bravo. Let's go. Go ahead. Mike 40.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. His throw incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check. Check. Banjo. Hey, alert 48. 11. Right now, let's go. Here I come.
Luck throwing again. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Check out. Line 40. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna 11 feet. Check.
Luck on first down. Complete to Hilton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Watch the run. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48. Right?
Throwing again is Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Monday. Motion, I got one. Mike 48.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
Let's bring it.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
We got double up. 11 feet.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Who needs us when you got teams like this?
3rd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Ravens nothing.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. Man, I got you. Man.
Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Check, 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 check. Over. Roy.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 39-yard line.
No. Me.
The toss out to Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Throwing on 3rd down. Locke. He's got it to Hilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike, 48. Mike.
On the draw, this is Barkley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 14-yard line.
Watch twist. Motion.
On second and very short. Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well,
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 78 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike.
Here's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now Love. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing his Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine. 48.
A first down carry for Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong
football. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
From the gun, here's Locke. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, look, 48. Look, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, Echo. 48's the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
Out of the gun, Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw, Locke. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
On second down now, Barkley, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got it. Win the rep, let's go.
They'll run with Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Motion, check. 12. 48's the mic. Watch the run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Check 3. Alert. 12. Reggie. Hey, orbit.
Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run. It's Hilliard. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Let's go now. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
They'll run on 1st down. Austin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to loft one, deep left side. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
You got tight right there. Shoot! Strong right. Motion, motion, motion. 48. 48 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Luck. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood! You can't block me. You can't block me. Hatchet. Go ahead. Me. I got him. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Mike 40. Check. He's 11B. You ain't doing nothing.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
48th month. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
On first down, Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down and 4, Luck. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hilliard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check out. 674. Got the run. Hey, check. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Get that quarterback. And all. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48.
Now it's Locke. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 4th. Locke. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Baltimore, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.